Hi, I'm Chad with Move for Guitar. This lesson is from our series Guitar Chords for Beginners. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to play an open E major 6 chord. Here's an open E major 6 chord. And this is a really cool chord that can add a lot of color to your playing as a beginner and can be played as a beginner, but I don't recommend it being one of the first chords you learn. I think there's a lot of other chords you should learn first, which will be more common and more useful and will get you playing quicker. And then once you get those down, you can learn chords like this, and it can add a lot of color to your playing. And if you look in the description, there's links to the chords that I think you should learn first. And that's my opinion, but I just think that learning those chords will really help get your hand in shape, and they're more common chords that you'll find in a lot of songs. So this chord, I would definitely recommend learning the regular open E major chord first, because to play this chord, it's a less common chord than the regular E major chord, and it's just adding one finger in. If you can play the open E major chord, you just add one more finger and it'll be easy for you to play. And if you look in the description, there's a link to the lesson that I did on the open E major chord. So if you can play the open E major chord like this, then you're just going to add your fourth finger on the second string, second fret. And that's it. Everything else stays the same. The rest of the strings are open and you're just adding your fourth finger in. So the fingering would be your second finger on the fifth string, second fret, your third finger on the fourth string, second fret, your first finger on the third string, first fret, and that's your regular open E major chord, and then you're just adding your fourth finger on the second string, second fret, and then all the strings that you're not fretting are open. And I should have mentioned with this chord, it's called an E major 6, but you can also just call it an E6 chord, and that's usually how it's written, just an E and a 6 after it, but it's really an E major 6. And with this chord, the most difficult thing will probably be scrunching all your fingers up in here, especially your second, third, and fourth fingers in the second fret, and then really being sure that you're on the tips of your fingers so that you don't mute out any of the open strings. That'll be the most difficult part. So you might have to work on it for a while, but like I said, if you can play the open E major chord, it's not too much harder to play this chord. So that's an open E major 6 chord.